So welcome to the new 2023 free course with Learning Crypto. If you are new around here, subscribe. This is the first video of this series, so make sure you press the like button as well to help them go. And if you are coming at a later date, press the next button, you'll go to the next video, which will be pretty good. Now we're going to talk about cryptocurrency. What is it? Is it a scam sort of thing? All that kind of stuff. For you as a beginner to understand what cryptocurrency is, you may be putting into Google or YouTube, what is it, because you've heard about it, or you've come back to it because you want to do some more research at a later date. It is the start of 2023. Bitcoin is, in my opinion, pretty well known. And all I'm going to use this website here for point of reference on a few little things and talk about a few obvious things about cryptocurrency. So feel free to listen and take in and digest it. So, what is Bitcoin? Well, Bitcoin started it all off, right? It was a virtual currency designed to be a non-third party between, obviously, the likes of banks and other kind of interfering actors. I personally love it. A lot of people disagree with me on this one. They think it's kind of has no purpose, but I think it does because of the security protocol within it. It has changed massively from the white paper. It is now more an investment than a currency. And this is where it all stems from. The world of crypto is like the stock market. It is an investment, in my opinion. You are investing in digital currency assets, right? They are currencies, they have use cases, they have utility, they have different factors, which we will come on to later on with NFTs. But it was created in 2008. It was released in 2009 by a pseudonym, Satoshi Nakamoto, potentially 3 or 4 different people involved in that. Now, this is the thing. It uses blockchain. The problem with Bitcoin is it uses proof of work, which is a bit more expensive on the energy efficient side, but it uses a terminology element called mining, which is computers, which is doing a digital kind of mathematical cryptography sum to enable the transactions. If you're holding the Bitcoin, you can then see the Bitcoin, then you can send the Bitcoin. It's all verified and validated on a ledger, which is essentially a blockchain, right? So, in terms of that, understanding it, you can read all about this. This is where it all started. You can learn about it, it's pretty good. There's all kinds of different buzzy words like Bitcoin halving and stuff like that, and we are building an academy website to go through all the basic terminology of what this is all about, which is pretty good. Now, with the element of Bitcoin, right, it's been around for a while. It doesn't move as much as it used to, but it still is, in my opinion, when the price go low, a really good solid investment for the long term. The thing is, not many people are using it these days for spending because it is a generation 1 blockchain. It is quite slow and sluggish, and that's where the big falling point is. There is other ways around it, but hey ho, let's just see. Now let's talk about another one. Ethereum, similar, but it has different characteristics. It used to be proof of work, it is now proof of stake. It runs better, it's got more scalability now versus Bitcoin, and also, you can code on it, i.e. smart contracts. Again, probably a bit too over your head if you're a brand new beginner, but this is what the courses are for in our website. Now, with the fundamentals of this, it's different. It's more of a generation 2 blockchain, still relatively old versus some of the new ones that you get out these days, but it does have that smart contract element, which is good. However, one big problem with Ethereum is sometimes bloats and it sometimes crashes. But that being said, the changes that are happening should make it better in the future when we come into world of adoption and stuff like that. Basically, NFTs crash it all the time. It's rather annoying. But as you can see here, the native of the smart contracts and the decentralized applications, the obviously DeFi, decentralized finance, basically you got Ethereum and you got other chains. They all latch onto it with an ERC20 token, and they can basically, you can build a token out of it. They can build, obviously, IDs, white papers. Now, I'm going to talk about the word scam in a second, but Ethereum is a great enabler for the entire industry. However, sometimes it's enabled wrong. Some good projects, some okay projects, and some outright scams, which is what the problem is. Now, a lot of people probably come onto the world of crypto thinking, I've heard some bad things about it, especially now, 2023. Hello, welcome to the new year. You've probably noticed that we've been in a bit of a bear market, right? This is where people start to go, it's a scam. It's an open market, right? An open market, regardless of what happens, there's a buyer, there's a seller, there's a winner, there's a loser. Now, a lot of people are talking that crypto is a scam. Now, yes, there is some very obvious scams out there, but the same in any financial market. There's always something dodgy that happens, right? This is why you need to learn as much as you possibly can about investing and the assets that you're buying, which is what this free course will hopefully help you in terms of giving you a big foundation to then build on. So don't just write off as a scam, but there is genuine scams out there. I think about 97% of coins are absolute dog poo. I don't touch them, I don't like them, so be careful. But that being said, there is a lot of coins. There's a lot of utilities. There's a lot of things that you can do in crypto, which is like the stock market. Buy low, sell high. You can also get paid, which is quite nice, and you can do other things as well. You can pay for stuff with crypto. Certain ones you can, certain ones you cannot. But as I say, it's very similar to this market, the stock market, the index funds and stuff like that. When you go onto the index funds of the NASDAQ, for example, and you're looking to see what the overall performance is of the entire index in terms of what currencies are in there, such as Apple, such as Microsoft, they all started somewhere, right? So you've got to be careful in terms of outright saying, oh, it's crap or it's a scam. Some of these coins have been around for a while. Bitcoin has been around for over 10 years. Ethereum has been around since 2015. BNB's been around for a while now. XRP's been around for a pretty long time. They are growing, they are building, they are getting more and more value, more and more volume as the market is developing. Network effect is taking place, which is good to see. So, yes, there is 22,000 coins registered on this website. 22,000. I would happen to guess maybe 200 of them are pretty alright, legit, normal. Some of them, dodgy. So, unregulated market, just a thing there. Other things to talk about. NFTs. You've probably heard of or seen of NFTs, especially in the hype cycle of 2021 and early 2022. It's fallen off a cliff a little bit. Now, I'm not the biggest advocate of NFTs. I could see the value of them. I could see the community value of them and collectibles. But that's where I kind of go a bit, okay. It depends on the market because collectibles are very subjective in terms of I want to buy this because I think it's worth that much. It's very different to a tradable asset in terms of trade and technical analysis. This is more, how much do people like it around you? Like Pokemon. When Pokemon blew up like a balloon, all the Pokemon cards from when we were young, or if you're my age, if you're like 30 odd year old, you'd know, oh, they're pretty rare. Guess what? The value went up, right? So it's a similar sort of element, but these are all digital. You cannot hold them. You cannot have them. I've got two phones, by the way. You cannot hold them in your hand. Get the picture? Good. Now, other things as well. We talk about adoption. We talk about stuff like NFTs that could help. But the one thing that we need to talk about, and the obvious, is two things. Payments for people, you can use them. Yes. Is it obvious yet? No. It's quite hard to do so. This is what this free course is all about. So hopefully over the course of like 8 to 10 videos, we'll show you a lot more what the crypto market is all about. This is just the introduction. Now, when we talk about, obviously, payments, you've got the Lightning Network for Bitcoin. This is a relatively new thing. It's kind of like a size scaling chain that does help, but it is just called the Lightning Network. It is relatively new. And the idea is for it to be scalable, instant payments using the blockchain network of Bitcoin, and it's going to be low cost. As I said before at the start of this video, most people see Bitcoin as an investment, not as a payment solution. There's other ones out there. One example is XRP, probably the most efficient, the most quickest, the biggest volume, and a lot of financial institutions do use this. It settles pretty quickly, the transactions is low, it handles a lot of transactions. There's more of these assets out there, by the way, but this is just one example. So we're slowly getting there. There will be more POS sort of things in shops for crypto eventually over time, especially with wallet capability. There's a new ledger coming out as well, which will hopefully enable that. And finally, before we finish, the other obvious elephant in the room here is companies, enterprises, making the world a better place. Maybe using blockchain in the future to make data better. Now, we all know that data gets sold, it gets stolen, all kinds of leaks happen. Normal companies, it happens all the time. Everyone has, and I'm going on this narrative of data because it's obvious, AI as well. Blockchains will improve company infrastructure. Even if you are not investing in the crypto market, you may find that the company that you love, you've used for years to do your car insurance, your whatever, may well have some element of blockchain technology to make it run, to keep you your data and your family and all that kind of good stuff safe, right? Now, that's the element. Not everything needs a token. There's a lot of things out there that uses blockchain technology, doesn't have a token. Be mindful of things that are making random tokens that could be scams. Some of these are brilliant. They are tokens, they're legit, they actually work within the crypto space. You may well find that likes of IBM or other big companies may use blockchain, but never ever release a token. But it may well affect and make their stock price go better, well, run better, because obviously they've taken some measures and security measures to make their data more encrypted and better longer term, and they can be able to scale their solutions much better and do better things for you as a consumer. So that is the introduction to essentially what crypto is in a very, very small snippet on this one video. I'm going to be doing multiple videos. As I say, on the start of the series, there'll be 8 to 10 videos at least, going from the basics of crypto to kind of where you could go as a little short condensed freebie, and then see where you can go from there. Anyways, leave a like if you liked it, subscribe, and if you want to watch this next video, feel free to crack on.